Hello, Badger Middle School. This is Mrs. Steinhaus, and this is Cool Tools Action News. We begin today with breaking news, which involves a touchy situation. Cool Tools Action News reporter, Mr. Shaleski, is live at the scene.
Thank you, Mrs. Steinhaus. Mr. Shaleski here at the scene of the most recent situation involving inappropriate touching. As you can see behind me, the entire area has been taped off in order for school officials to gather more information of what actually occurred. Earlier reports tell us that there has been a massive outbreak of physical contact throughout the building. From playful shoves in the hall, frequent hugs, which later turned into headlocks, to even touching another person's face. Clearly, there is no regard for personal space. Fortunately, we were able to create a reenactment of these events for your purposes. However, please be advised that the following footage does contain some graphic images and may not be suitable for younger audiences. Back to you, Mrs. Steinhaus.
Thanks, Mr. Shaleski. In further news, temperatures typically in Wisconsin seem to be very unpredictable. In this special report, Mr. McCarthy will help us all be prepared for what to wear during these days of uncertain weather.
Thank you, Mrs. Steinhaus. Let's take a look at this week's weather. It looks like the weather is crazy as usual. With that in mind, we really need to pay attention how we dress. As we can see with today's model, we need to be wearing clothes that keep us safe and warm. Even though spring break is fast upon us, that does not mean we should not dress for the weather. Shirts, short shorts, shirts without sleeves, or even pants falling down should not be seen. In many ways, remember, your clothes represent who you are. Let's make sure you give us the best version of yourself. And back to you.
Thank goodness I wore appropriate clothing today. Thanks for those helpful tips, Mr. McCarthy. We have today's top story, where we will go live with Cool Tools Action News reporter Mr. Vetter, reporting live from the second floor MAC. We appear to be having some technical difficulties.
Oops, sorry, Mrs. Steinhaus. I couldn't hear you over my music.
No problem. Although I think you'll want to make sure to put your earbuds and phone away before they get taken away.
Thank you for the advice. Actually, that fits perfectly with what I'm going to talk about. Did you know that headphones aren't even allowed in the hallways? They're not even allowed in class. Now, I don't know about you, but by the time the bell rings and I cue up my favorite song, I didn't even have time to listen to it completely, since the next class will be starting. Back to you, Mrs. Steinhaus.
Thanks, Mr. Vetter. Talk about an earful. So you heard it here. Keep those earbuds out of those ears while in the hallways and classrooms. Unless, of course, your teacher allows it. And that's all we have time for today here at Cool Tools Action News. From our classroom to yours, keep it classy, Badger.